For all the aspiring trekkers and climbers of Mount Everest, be aware that the true danger lies at the Lukla Airport, nestled at the base of the mountain, which serves as the only entry and exit point for those seeking to summit the world's highest peak. Lukla Airport, also known as Tenzing-Hillary Airport, is located in the Solukhumbu district of Nepal, about 150 miles east of the capital city of Kathmandu, and is located at the base of Mount Everest. The flight time between Kathmandu and Lukla is typically around 30 minutes, but can vary depending on weather conditions and the type of aircraft being used. The flight path to Lukla is generally over the Himalayan mountains, with the highest being Mount Everest at over 29,000 feet. The flight takes off from Kathmandu's Tribhuvan International Airport and heads east, flying over the valley and the foothills of the Himalayas. Now, this is where the dangerous part comes in. As the aircraft approaches Lukla, it flies over a range of high peaks, and suddenly dips down to enter a narrow valley, and then makes a sharp turn to the runway that is made over a steep mountain face, plus on top, the runway is sloped upward at a 12% grade, which makes the landing very challenging. It's worth noting that Lukla is considered as one of the most dangerous airports in the world due to its location, short runway, and challenging approach and landing conditions, and that's why it's only operated by experienced pilots with special training on mountain flying. Now, let us understand how these factors make the airport challenging. Firstly, the runway at Lukla is just over 500 meters long and only 20 meters wide, which is almost about a tenth of the size of an international airport, making it one of the shortest commercial runways in the world. This means that pilots have very little room for error when landing and taking off. On top of that, Lukla Airport is located at an elevation of 9,334 feet, which makes it one of the highest airports in the world. This high altitude can affect the performance of aircraft and make it harder for pilots to control the plane during landing. The steep approach to the runway, combined with the high altitude, makes it difficult for pilots to judge their speed and distance from the ground. To add to an already dreadful list of challenges, Lukla Airport does not have a control tower or a radar mechanism nor a navigation system. Since there is no electricity in the airport premises or nearby areas, the flight operation is exclusively for the daytime. Pilots are on their own, and so they're forced to rely on just the view from their cockpit to land and to take off. Since the airport is located in the heart of the Himalayas, sudden changes in weather are common. Hence, pilots must be prepared for fog, cloud cover, and high winds that can make it difficult or even impossible to land. Needless to say, not all kinds of airplanes can make a trip to Lukla. The most common type of aircrafts used at Lukla Airport are Twin Otter and Dornier 228, which are small, twin-engine turboprop planes equipped with special features needed for high-altitude maneuver. Therefore, unless a very experienced pilot is flying the airplane, it seems there won't be a second chance in case of a panic situation because the plane will either land or hit a mountain or drop off a cliff. It's incredible to think that such a small and dangerous airport has over 50 flights per day during the mountain climbing season. Despite its small size, Lukla has a higher accident rate compared to larger airports. For instance, here are some of the most prominent accidents at Lukla Airport. On September 25, 2008, a Yeti Airlines DHC-6 Twin Otter was carrying 15 people plus 3 crew members, including 3 Americans and 2 Japanese, when it crashed while attempting to take off from Lukla Airport. All 18 people on board were immediately killed in the accident. The crash was caused by poor visibility due to heavy fog and the pilot's failure to maintain the correct takeoff speed, which led to the aircraft overshooting the runway and crashing into a nearby hill. Only 2 years later, in 2010, a Sita Air Dornier 228-200 aircraft carrying 18 people, including tourists and trekkers, crashed again while attempting to take off from Lukla Airport. All 18 people on board were killed in the crash. In 2017, a Tara Air-led L-410 turbojet aircraft carrying 23 people, including passengers and crew, crashed while trying to land at Lukla Airport. 21 people died in the crash, while 2 others were seriously injured. 2 years after that, in 2019, a Summit Air L-410 turbojet aircraft carrying 3 people, including 2 pilots, crashed while trying to take off from Lukla Airport. All 3 people on board were killed in the crash. In the same year in 2019, a Goma Air Dornier 228 aircraft carrying 21 people, including passengers and crew, crash-landed at Lukla Airport. The plane was damaged, but thankfully all 21 people on board survived the accident. It is important to note that most of the accidents that have occurred at the airport have been caused by human error, such as pilots not being properly trained to handle the unique challenges of landing at Lukla, or not being able to handle the unpredictable weather conditions. As the safety of passengers and crew depends on the skill and experience of the pilots, therefore, pilots must be absolutely familiar with the specific challenges of landing at Lukla and also be able to make quick decisions and take appropriate action in emergency situations. Second chances are very rare at the most dangerous airport in the world. However, serious efforts are being made to improve safety at Lukla, such as the construction of a new runway that will be longer, wider and stronger than the current one, as well as the implementation of new technology such as weather forecasting and navigation systems. These efforts aim to make it safer for planes to land and take off, and to provide pilots with more accurate information about the weather conditions at the airport. Also, the new runway will be able to accommodate larger and more modern aircraft, allowing for more efficient and safer operations, and the new technology will improve the ability to predict the weather, which will in turn reduce the risk of accidents caused by poor visibility or other weather-related factors. The authority also plans on installing an instrument landing system, ILS, which will aid the pilots to land safely in poor visibility, and the use of advanced navigation systems that will allow pilots to have more precise information of their position, helping them to make safer decisions during takeoff and landing. While the risks of the Lukla Airport cannot be completely negated, the current efforts will surely bring a huge impact on making the airport a safer place for pilots and passengers. The airport authorities have implemented stricter safety protocols for pilots and ground crew, and improved equipment and facilities at the airport. Being the gateway to Mount Everest, and the only way in and out of the mountain for climbers and trekkers, the Lukla Airport is vital for the region. If you know someone anticipating going on an expedition to Everest, do share this video with them to make them aware of the dangers, and to raise awareness about the importance of safety at Lukla Airport, which will hopefully aid the ongoing efforts to improve safety at the world's most dangerous airport. And if you want to know the 7 other reasons why you should absolutely not go to Mount Everest, check out this video I've put together on that topic. Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on other interesting contents.